across the window of the rusted sedan. Straight out of sleeping in the white hot sand. The dashboard is melting in a haze of gold. Stories of the winter are a century old. We left our heavy coats by the highway gate. The tide is the only thing that won't wait. The shoreline is a jagged line of silver lace. I can see the years falling off your face. Barefoot on the asphalt where the heat waves dance. Giving every shadow just a second chance. The radio is humming like a hive of bees, while the palm fronds shiver in the salty breeze. Oh, the mercury's climbing past the red line. Heart, we're chasing down the daylight to outrun the dark. With the spray on his skin and a glare in our eyes. Underneath the ceiling of the burning skies, no clocks are ticking on the boardwalk floor. Just a long blue reach to Oriental shore. Oh, the mercury's climbing past the red line. Heart, we're chasing down the daylight to outrun the dark. With the spray on his skin and a glare in our eyes. Underneath the ceiling of the burning skies, no clocks are ticking on the boardwalk floor. Just a long blue reach for Oriental shore. The ice on the paper cup is turning to rain. There's a strange kind of mercy in a day so plain. We're trading our secrets for a dip in the swell. Finding our fortunes in a broken shell. The girls are the masters of the empty air, with nothing to carry and nothing to spare. I'll find your crown laid a tangled kelp in a kingdom that doesn't need a hand of help. The horizon is a ribbon that we can't untie, just a pendency between the sea and sky. Let the heavy world rotate on its rusty pin while we watch the incoming waves roll in. Oh, the mercury's coming past the level line. Mark, we're chasing down daylight to outrun the dark. With the spray on our skin and the glare in our eyes. Underneath the ceiling of the burning skies, more clocks are ticking off the boardwalk floor. Just a long blue reach for the emerald shore. Oh, the mercury's coming past the red line. Mark, we're chasing down the daylight to outrun the dark. With the spray on our skin and the glare in our eyes. Underneath the ceiling of the burning skies, more clocks are ticking on the boardwalk floor. Just a long blue reach for the emerald shore. The calendar on the kitchen wall's 2 seasons behind. I left your sweater on the porch for the winter rain to find. Your handwriting on the back of a faded receipt is the only ghost still walking down this empty street. I used to look for a shadow in every passing car, but the silence is louder than the strumming of this old guitar. The dust has settled on the records we used to play. I traded the sorrow for a different kind of gray. There is a map in my pocket leading nowhere at all, just a collection of cracks where the blaster started to fall. I am learning the geometry of a room without your weight, opening the window just to see if the hours late. The highway stretched its silver skin across the divide, and I rises from a distant chimney pipe. The fruit on the branch is heavy and turning overripe. I threw the keys to the cellar into the freezing well. There's no one left to buy the stories I used to tell. My boots are caked in the mud of 1,000 bitter miles, but I am finding a reason in the stack of forgotten files. The highway stretched its silver skin across the divide, and I am letting go of the secrets I will hide. The heavy salt is drying on the edge of the earth. I am not the same man who knocked upon your door. The heavy clouds are breaking for a jagged piece of blue, and I am finally walking through the wreckage of you. The highway stretched its silver skin across the divide, and I am letting go of the secrets I used to hide. The heavy salt is drying on the edge of the shore. I am not the same man who knocked upon your door. The heavy clouds are breaking for a jagged piece of blue, and I am finally walking through the wreckage of you. The dust settles on the heavy wooden floor where the static used to shake the glass. I watched the window gnaw at the frame until the ice turned to a pool of emerald light. The clock in the hall holds its silver breath, counting the times I stayed within the lines. But the ink has bled into a different shape, and the silence no longer feels like a weight. I stripped the varnish off the jagged edges, found the grain hidden underneath the bruise. There is a mercy in the slowing of the blood, in the way the kettle hums will lower its all. I am not looking for the thunder anymore, just the steady pulse of a morning unannounced, where the tea leaves settle at the very base, and the shadow of the elm begins to tilt. Take the heavy coat off the rusted hook, leave the salt behind on the drying shore. The air is thinning into pale blue silk, and the hinges stop their old familiar moan. Every breath is a ladder built from nothing, every glance is a map drawn in the sand. The kiva broke when the wind changed its mind, now the horizon is a wide and open hand. There is a grace in the hollow spaces, in the rooms where the furniture was moved. You can hear the masonry finally settling as the foundation finds a deeper level. It is not a loud or sudden conversion, but a slow migration of the inner birds, returning to a coast they almost forgot, in the quiet after the heavy rains. The garden is waking in a language of green, untangling the knots that the frost left behind. I step onto the porch with a clear set of eyes, recognizing the path but not the person. The distance between then and now is past, but the bridge is made of cedar and with saw. I will walk until the pavement turns to grass, underneath the sun that finally knows my name. Take my heavy coat off a rusted hook, leave the salt behind on the drying shore. The air is thinning into pale blue silk, and the hinges stop their old familiar moan. Every breath is a ladder built from nothing, every glance is a map drawn in the sand. The fever broke when the wind changed its mind, now the horizon is a wide and open hand. a photograph, a faded name. Nothing ever stays the same, like sand between my open palms. Time is singing quiet songs, floating on a silver tide, with nowhere left for us to hide. Watching as the hours bend, where the sky and ocean end, drifting through the golden haze, lost inside the passing days. Weightless now, I let it go. The ebb and flow, the high and low. Every memory a falling star. I don't remember who we are. Time is passing, drifting away, fading out into the grave. The concrete canyons hold our breath tonight, while we are chasing every ghost of a chance. The grid is humming beneath our tired feet. I found my liberty in the restless surge across the avenues where the windows never sleep. We are the pulse of the midnight tide. The skyline glows like a furnace of dreams. I left my heavy coat and my name behind, trading the quiet rooms for the open street, where the shadows stretch long and lean. The asphalt smells of rain and old ambitions, but the wind feels like a wide open door. No one is asking where the journey ends, when the journey is the only thing that is real. Concrete canyons hold their breath tonight, while we are chasing every ghost of a chance. The grid is humming beneath our tired feet. I found my liberty in the mistless surge across the avenues where the windows never sleep. We are the pulse of the midnight tide. Steam rises from the belly of the town. Taxis are yellow sparks in the dark and die. The clock on the tower is missing its hands, so we occupy the hours that belong to no one. It is a heavy kind of grace to be this lost with the static of the air burning in my lungs. Every corner is a promise, kept or broken, and I am leaning into the sharp edge of the hour. The concrete canyons hold their breath tonight, while we are chasing every ghost of a chance. The grid is humming beneath our tired feet. I found my liberty in the rest sleep. We are the pulse of the midnight tide. Search across the avenues where the windows never sleep. We are the pulse of the midnight tide. Fall on the kitchen floor. A hollow sound that marks the closing door. I left the letters on the dusty shelf to find a version of my former self. The mirror shows a face I barely know. It is time to pack the bags and finally go. The driveway cracks beneath the rolling wheels, ignoring all the static that the heart conceals. The rearview holds the ghosts of every fight, fading like a candle in the morning light. I steer the chrome towards the open wide, with nothing left to bury or to hide. The horizon bleeds a deep and velvet red, leaving every bitter word we ever said. The asphalt swallows up the miles of grief. In the motion I have found a late relief. The sun is sinking in a golden sea, setting every tethered shadow free. The radio is humming through the wire, a low and steady hum of wild desire. The billboards pass like visions in a dream. Life is rarely ever what it used to seem. The wind is shaking through the window pane, washing off a residue of sudden rain. There are no maps for where I need to be, just the salt air blowing from the distant sea. I do not look for signs of turning lanes. I have cut the anchors and the heavy chains. The engine breathes a rhythmic sort of grace in this vast and lonely stretch of space. The day is folding like a tired hand across the reaches of the desert. pool of the distant mountain, under the gaze of a pale afternoon, wild and drifting like a stray spark, falling away from the fire and into the deep. No more promises to keep me anchored, no more secrets for the valley to keep. Across the plains where the gale is howling, I am finding my name in the moving sand, walking through the gates of low wide open with nothing but the motion in my hand. I met a man by the cooling tower. He had the North Star shining in his eyes. He said the truth is not a destination, but the way that's swallowed through the canyon flies. Trading my watch for a gallon of water. Time is a burden when you want to be gone. The only clock that matters in this country is the shifting of the light at early dawn. The gravel crunches under heavy leather. The radio is nothing but the static sound. I am a stranger to the local customs. I am a pilgrim on this sacred ground. The trees are bowing to the unseen power that shakes the leaves until they learn to fly. There is a dignity in simply moving underneath the cathedral of the sky. The wheels are spinning on the edge of nowhere. The scent of the sagebrush is sharp and clean. I am leaving the weight of the city for the spaces that remain unseen. Wild and drifting like a stray spark, falling away from the fire and into the deep. No more promises that keep me anchored, no more secrets for the valley to keep. Across the plains where the gale is howling, I am finding my name in the moving sand, walking through the gates of low wide open with nothing but emotion in my hand. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, yeah. The morning breaks its golden seal upon the pavement and the steel. I cast aside the heavy coat of doubt to see what all the sunlight is about. My shoes are thin, but the road is wide, with nothing left for me to hide. I catch a glimpse of a turning wheel and finally know the way I feel. The iron gates are swinging loose. I've untied every tightening noose. The map is torn, but the path is clear. There is no room for the ghosts of fear. Let the wildness have its day. The heavy clouds have blown away. I'm running where the tall grass grows, where the river of salvation flows. It is a spark inside a bone, a kingdom that I call my own. Pure delight in every breath, a victory over dusty death. I met a man with a hollow gaze, lost inside a paper maze. He asked me where the fortune lies. I told him, look at the opening skies. It's not in silver or in stone, or sitting on a lonesome throne. It's the simple act of waking up to find the wine torn, but the path is clear. There is no room for your self-fear. I'll let the wildness have its day. The heavy clouds have blown away. I'm running where the tall grass grows, where the river of salvation flows. It is a spark inside the bone, a kingdom that I call my own. Pure delight in every breath, a victory over dusty death. Oh, let the wild outside its day. The heavy clouds have blown away. I'm running where the tall grass grows, where the river of salvation flows. It is a spark inside the bone, a kingdom that I call my own. The windows down and the air is cold. Stories that have never been told. I'm moving through the streets so slow. Got nowhere that I need to go. I see my reflection in the glass, watching all the shadows pass. I'm in my zone, I'm in my lane. Nothing here can touch my name. Cruising through the city lights, on and all these late nights. Confidence is in my stride, taking everything in pride. Smooth rhythm, easy flow, everywhere I want to go. Yeah, the city is my throne, in a world that's on my own. Neon signs are flashing by underneath the velvet sky. I don't need no company, just a road and just me. Every turn is a brand new start, beating with a steady heart. I'm the master of this scene, living out a midnight dream. Cruising through the city lights, on and all these late nights. Confidence is in my stride, taking everything in pride. Smooth rhythm, easy flow, everywhere I want to go. Yeah, the city is my zone, in a world that's all I own. No pressure, no haze, not a single moment to waste. The engine hums a low melody. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Cruising through the city's lights, on and all these late nights. Confidence is in my stride, taking everything in pride. Smooth rhythm, easy flow, everywhere I want to go. Yeah, the city is my throne, in a world that's on my own.